Hello guys, welcome to feeding.net. So in this particular session we are going to talk about a Swagger UI. So guys, Swagger UI is nothing but a fantastic tool to test your web API in a user-friendly manner. It basically provides you an interface where you don't require any other tools like Postman filter to test your API. And it is an Swagger is an open API. So what is open API means that it is an public API. So public API, so they open API, it provides you the interface and it is made publicly available to all developers. So by using Swagger you don't need to worry about the licensing thing. You can use it as free into your project. So here we will cover different ways of implementing Swagger UI into your new project as well as into any your old project. So here I'll cover two demo. In demo 1 uh, we will implement Swagger UI automatically into a new project, and in demo 2 there will be an existing project where we are going to implement the Swagger UI. So here Visual Studio 2020, choose the web API template, click next, give it a name dummy. Okay, create. Okay, so here you need to choose the framework, whether to configure HTTPS. I for time being no. uh, and it says one checkbox, use controller. So if you uncheck this checkbox, it will create a minimal API for you. Minimal API is nothing but it creates a skeleton structure that suits microservice having minimum dependency. So for time being you just forget this. What we have to notice is this checkbox. It says enable open API support. This is the checkbox. Once you click it, it will automatically create the Swagger UI into your new .NET project. So so you have to check this checkbox and create the project. So for time being I have already created a project where I have checked this tag box, and we have this project. See, it's already there. If I run this application, you will see the Swagger UI. See, we have the Swagger UI. You have all the basically all your version of API will be present in this drop down. You have your API, how you will execute. You need to open this and you need to execute this. Here you get your response in the JSON format, status 200. So this demo describe how you will how we have automatically created Swagger UI, implemented it into the new project. Okay, in demo 2 we will uncheck that option and try to implement Swagger UI manually from the code, and there we also see how we can change the API name, version, and we can add a description. Okay, so let's move to this. Let's change the name. As we already use the dummy, let's give it a name as practice. Click next. Okay, so we made this unchecked. Now create. So here is our project practice. So by default Swagger UI is not implemented. So the first step is we have to install the Swagger buckle.asp.NET Core package into the solution. You can either do it from the package manager, that is NuGet package manager. You have to type install dash package, then search buckle.asp.NET Core name, and you have to provide the version, or else you can do it using a right click on your project, manage NuGet package, then you have to search in the browse Suvash buckle.asp.NET Core. So here just wait, search it, so here is your package. It says stable version. Just install it. Just wait. So all these dependency will be installed as part of this package. It's one is Open API, it's Swagger UI, Swagger generation. So now the dependency is, I think, installed. So the other changes you need to make it, you need to add and configure the Swagger middleware into your application. So to add it into your application, you have to do builder dot services dot add Swagger gen. Now I will going to use the lambda expression to add the title, version and description of my API. So I'll do, so how I can do, I'll give it its version name as v1. Okay, and I'll create an object for open API info. Let's add its dependency. So you need to add its dependency, Microsoft.OpenAPI.models. Okay, once you add that, now again a curly braces, title, practice API. Okay, now give it a version name again. Let's give it v1, and now you can give it a you can add other detail as well, that license term of details and other detail as well. For time being, let's go to the description, give it my practice API. Okay, so that's complete. Let's close it. Okay, let's close this. Okay, that's done. So what we have done here, I have added it and I have to enable this swag. So I just forget to add all this description into a method called swagger doc. Okay, which takes name of this documentation and the open API information which has all this detail. So now we are going to enable it, and we have to enable it based on the environment. Okay, here app dot environment dot if development. Okay, so based on your environment, see, on production I don't want Swagger, on development I want a Swagger. So these settings you can have it. Okay, so just close this bracket. So here what you need to do, use Swagger. Sorry, what happened? Use Swagger to dependency, you have to take it. It is basically a new laptop, so my hands on keyboard are not pretty good. So you have to add, you have to enable use Swagger and use Swagger UI into the application, and is development you have to mention how it will work. You can check, you can go to launch setting, but it's your environment, it says environment is development, so I enabled it for this development here. it's practice, it's the name of the profile, it's already selected. If I click on that practice, okay, let's check what is the, sorry, I just clicked this, no. Okay, so I fixed the error, a bracket was missing. Let's run this project. So oops, it's not working. Swagger UI is not there. So what the mistake? I have done it purposely. So let's check. Oops. So in launch URL, you have to change it from the default to Swagger. Okay, once you made it and you click on the continue, let's check. Oh, great. So we have our Swagger UI version, practice, see the name of the API, version we have mentioned, and we have mentioned the description. And here is the API. Try it again, execute. See, we have the URL, we have the response. So guys, that's pretty much done. I hope you liked the video. If you have any queries, just put it down into the comment section, and please do like my videos and please do subscribe my channel. Thanks a lot.